great to see you all here. Welcome to Edmonton-Strathcona, which I have had the honor and privilege to represent in the Assembly for the last 10 years. This corner of the city has always been at the leading edge, whether it's a movement to protect our environment, whether it is to rally against those who want to wage war against sovereignty, and whether it is to raise our voices in support of the poor and the marginalized. So Edmonton-Strathcona does have that distinction. I'm very proud of that tradition in this riding. Today's rally reminds me of a massive rally in Edmonton 40 years ago on the same occasion. Never forget your history. 17,000 plus Edmontonians stood up to say no to war in Iraq and attack on Iraq. We Edmontonians, Albertans, Canadians, have every reason to be proud of our history, of our tradition to oppose unjust wars, attacks against national sovereignty, attacks against the liberties of innocent citizens here and abroad. There's a need to be vigilant all the time. This war in Iraq is not war against terror. That is a big lie that Mr. Bush told his own people and told the world. History will never excuse him for indulging in that kind of nonsense. That's misleading in the extreme. The most powerful nation in the world has the most powerful leader in the world who lies to justify an immoral war, an illegal war, consequences of which are destruction of a country, decimation of infrastructure, hundreds of thousands of people are dead, war is still waging and being resisted. There's a hope in that resistance that American imperial designs will be defeated by the victims of this war, the Iraqis themselves. We are here to express our solidarity with those people who are fighting against imperial control, American imperial control in Iraq. We are standing here in solidarity with hundreds of thousands of Americans who week after week gather around the White House in Washington and express their disapproval of this immoral war. Remember this, we are not alone. People around the world, I suspect in every major city in Europe, are doing what you and I are doing here today, saying no to war. Not just this war, we need also to remember, we need to think of popular movement for peace. That's the only way you can mobilize millions of citizens here and around the world to defeat the designs for this superpower to tighten its control around the globe. This war is about tightening and deepening that control. It's about war resources. Gordon Laxer has already told you, this war is about oil. Mr. Bush, in the same year when he declared the war on Iraq, just a year or two before that, had rejected Kyoto as the only global treaty that was signed by more than 100 countries to do something about slowing down and finally controlling global warming. So there is a direct connection between this war and our desire to do something about our climate and protect it. The two are connected. So when we stand here today to condemn Mr. Bush and this war, stand with the people of Iraq and people around the world who are opposing this war, we also should remember that this rally is also about a larger threat. That these kind of wars, these kind of schemes, these kind of imperial ambitions pose to us. One other thing I do want to, with your permission, want to draw your attention to. Just yesterday, a day before, Britain, under Tony Blair's leadership, has decided, the Parliament of Britain has decided, the House of Commons has decided, to renew their nuclear arsenal. 20 billion pounds will be spent over the next 10 years to renew the nuclear arsenal in Britain. Similar decision was made under Bush in America, and so the Americans are also upgrading their nuclear war machine. We must fight also for not only non-proliferation, but nuclear disarmament. So let's connect the dots. It's not just one war that poses a threat to all of us. The many things that are happening, and we need to see the connections and stand together in solidarity with all of those who want to fight these challenges. Thank you very much.